guys, it's Coach Nicole. We just want to tell you that we miss you so much and we look forward to this thing being over so you can get back into the gym and work on your skills. But while you're not in the gym, I would like you guys to work as hard as you can to be diligent about keeping up with your flexibility and your conditioning. So we're both here to go ahead and walk you through some things this week that you can do at home. First, when you're stretching, we want to go over a ton of things. Make sure that your splits and everything are in the right technique. First, let's start in a straddle. Sitting. Okay? Girls, you all know the warm-up that we do every single day in practice. That's the one that you should continue to do, but I just want to give you some reminders. Making sure all the time the bottom of your knees are on the floor. Your toes are pointed and rolled back. They should remain like this. As you're stretching from side to side, this hip should be on the floor. Her right shoulder is touching the floor and she is looking up underneath her armpit at the ceiling. When you're stretching forward, your straddle does not have to be super big. And if you're having trouble keeping your knees rolled back, go ahead and reduce the angle of your straddle. We're gonna stretch forward with your arms by your ears. You wanna make sure that you're pushing your tummy into the floor, not just your nose. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on our split really quick. Okay, you can do many of these splits. You can do your regular stretching for your splits, making sure that your front foot is turned out. Go over this all the time. Remind yourself this. Your hips are square and your back leg is on the floor. The top of her foot is touching. Notice that her shoulders are up. She's not slouching on the front of her leg. Okay? Then you want to go ahead and lift your arms up to a finished position, and then we'll stretch backwards, keeping our hips square. This left hip is directly on top of her left knee and the back leg is turned under. Front leg is turned out, head is all the way down, and her hands are reaching on the floor past her front foot. That gives you the best amount of stretch. And go ahead and slide into our splits only with squared hips. If you can only go a certain distance down with your hips square, remain at that distance, keeping your shoulders on top of your hips, front foot pointed, back leg is flat on the ground. Shelby, can we turn this way so that they can see your back leg? Yeah. Okay? We do warm-ups at the gym on the lines, and that's always so that we can be reminded that this foot is this direction, not rolled backwards. Okay? That's your split. Okay, we're gonna talk about some Achilles stretches now. And I notice you guys in the gym have not been pushing those Achilles down, and to prevent any injuries, we're gonna go ahead and work on that at home. First, let's start a normal Achilles stretch. Her feet are flat to the floor, okay? And she's gonna go up and down, but as she goes back down, her heels remain on the floor. Now let's go ahead and switch. Some little switches, yep, back and forth. You can hold it, but again, back heel on the floor. Okay, and I don't mind if you guys do some rolling with your ankles, but please make sure that you're not on a hardwood floor or your kitchen. Okay, you want to be on a soft surface so you don't break your little feet. Yep, she's going to go both directions, not just one or the other. Okay, and last but not least, please work on your bridges. And I know that you guys don't have a lot of space like you do in the gym, but I want to see you guys when you get back just as flexible as when you left. So, making sure you're doing tons of bridges. The regular bridge, you guys all know that. Okay. You can do the bridge on your elbows. I can't do that. It's not as fun. Or you can simply bridge walk around the house. Anywhere you go. If you have to go to the bathroom, just make sure you're not running into walls. Go to the kitchen, you're in the middle of, the backyard. Just go ahead and rock all around. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and go event by event. Okay, we're gonna start with a vault. And Shelby doesn't have a wall, but I'll be her wall. First thing that you're gonna do, how about this? First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna kick to a handstand. Shoulder shrugs, up and down, up and down. Notice that her shoulders are going all the way. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is just holding a handstand. Just properly holding a handstand, either with your back, but I prefer you would do it with your back against the wall. So turn around. Walk up to the wall. Very good. Okay, and the reason I like this is because you should not have your hips on the wall. Keep pushing your chest on the wall. That's gonna create a nice straight angle here. Just make sure you tighten your lower back so you don't arch. Okay, and then everybody knows what a push-up is. Push-ups go all the way down to our chest and all the way back up. If you have trouble remembering that, go ahead and start in a push-up position. You can push all the way down, lift your hands up, and push back up to a push-up. But if you're good to go and you know that you're doing something properly, then just go ahead and knock them out. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is hollow body rocks. Okay, and because all these drills that I'm giving you right now are for vault, you wanna make sure that you have the longest angle possible because there's one position on vault, straight. Opening those hips. Very good. Okay, and now let's try a handstand push-up. We're gonna use a couch. Put your feet up on the couch, hands on the floor, creating a tripod position. You want this angle to mimic a handstand. You don't want your shoulders sticking out. They should not be leaning forward. It should always be nice and straight. It is kind of an awkward feeling. You're gonna drop all the way down to the top of your head and push all the way back up. And there are your vault drills. I'm getting there.